Hello, TEDx. How we feeling? Come on, you gotta give me better now. How we feeling? Amazing. My name is Huda the Goddess, and I promise I don't call myself that because I have a big head. My grandmother gave me the name. I am a spoken word poet, but most importantly, I'm an improvised poet, which means everything you will hear on stage is something I've made up on the spot for you that you get to take home. So please don't ask me where to find it because I don't have it. Anybody's been to a poetry show before? Can I get a hand up? Okay, thanks all 6 of y'all. I appreciate it. For those who haven't, there is Poetry Decorum or Etiquettes 101. And it's just to help you, kind of guide you through the performance in the time that I'm up here, right? So if you hear something that you like, people will snap. So can we practice that snapping? Everybody hands up. People at the back, I can't see you, but I know I can hear you. There we go. Awesome. So during my poem, please do not be scared to make any type of noise. I think people treat this like it's a lecture, and I'm very afraid to make any type of noise. I accept oohs and ahs and dams. If you're going to throw anything at me, make it money, please and thank you. I appreciate that. I'm going to share with you 3 quick poems. Before I start, I'd like to always give a trigger warning. The things that I speak about are authentically my story and my truth. I do not apologize for the fact that it can make people uncomfortable at times, but what I do care about is you feeling safe and feeling acknowledged in my space. So it's very important to me that you take care of yourself during the process of me speaking, and if you do need a hug afterwards, make sure your perfume is great, but I will provide hugs if needed. Cool? Are we ready? Amazing. The first poem I'm going to share with you is I always like to start by introducing where I come from, and that's very important to me. I'm a proud Sudanese woman. My first language is Arabic, and unfortunately my country right now is going through what seems to be like a forever going on war. And this is an acknowledgement to my people and to my family who's had to fled and is currently on the border between Sudan and Cairo. This is my way of letting them know that my activism is an attempt to keep their stories alive, and that is why I have poetry. So this is to my community back home, but to a bunch of new ears who probably might not know what's going on for my community. So I hope that I engage you the best way I can, which is through poetry. Somewhere over oceans, there is a community gathered by their need to start revolutions. There are street corners with bloodstains and children remembering the sounds of bullet guns before they hear music. My country is yet again mourning a civil revolution. They are still standing on street corners praying that God hears their pain. Sudan used to be a country of the Nile, one rich of stories of pyramids, traditions, language, adapted by ancestors that keep it alive. It used to home art and love and community and people gathered. Now there is mourning. There are men who have turned into signs of cemetery, bloodshed that cannot be wiped no matter how hard you scrubs. There are mothers crying their eyes to blindness, because what mother would want to see a world without her baby? There is a community gathered on corners praying every night and every morning. Civilizations attempting to keep themselves alive. There are military personnel that used to protect us are now our biggest fear. The ones that will carry our sons' blood on the bottom of their shoes, go home to the loved ones. And I wonder, dear soldier, when your wife kisses you on the forehead and welcomes you home, does she ask you whose blood that is? As you attempt to go to sleep, there's my brother's eyes do not flash before you as you shaved his head and beat him and he disappeared for 6 days. No posters could ever be enough to bring him home soon. My country is mourning. Sudan is still fighting. There is women bearing their skin out on top of rallies. There are generations of people who will never hear victories. Schools have turned into shelters. Corners of street are where we come to pray. Language is becoming something of pain. It is becoming something of prayer. This is an attempt to keep a community of people alive. This is ink on paper. This is civilizations that are dying. This is mothers putting themselves as target practice for the guns aimed on top of buildings. This is fathers marching on streets. This is businesses closing down, poverty served as the only meal. This is God looking down on us and wondering, when will we see humans to be valid? This poem is an attempt to keep a community alive. So remember them. It was a heavy start, I'm sorry. We'll only go up from here. Every time I step into a room, I take a second to realize what the people in the room need. I'm 28 and I've just been recently diagnosed with ADHD, which is an interesting journey for me, and learning a lot about myself through the mental health journey. I'm also an academic and I'm writing a research paper, and one thing that's been important to me is that I don't think we do a good enough job at looking after the people who look after people. And in my opinion, people like teachers and nurses and the academics who are writing papers and the lecturers and the artists look after people's souls, not just their mind. But we take very little time to look after those people. So this poem is dedicated to anyone who needs to learn to take care of themselves. This is for anybody who needs to learn that I love you is a gift you give yourself first before you start offering it to other people, right? So please take the gift with grace. I've had to learn to leave enough wiggle room before I need and I deserve, because it's been hard learning to love myself in a world that dissects me like they're all surgeons trying to figure out what's wrong with me. That I live in a world where anxiety is an uninvited guest that pops up at the worst times, disrupting the confidence you see on the outside. Me and depressions have become bed buddies. It shows up at nighttime, and the only thing I have is a glimpse of hope that shows up as a star. Me and my demons have become best friends. The skeletons in your closets are me shedding old pieces of myself, leaving them in the closet to remember parts of myself I've had to kill to be the person you admire. This poem is to anyone who's forgotten what it means to love yourself, what it means to admire yourself in the mirror, gift yourself everything you offer to the world with ease and grace, that you are important. And in a way which you don't have to attempt to do anything. You don't have to bend or adjust yourself for boxes that are too small, that have you not breathing right, that you are important without having to adjust your expectations to fill a box that was never made for you, never created for you, that you are needed. In a way that your smile is offered to charity like to a stranger, in a way that your hope remind somebody there is a possibility for tomorrow. You are needed because the frequency you contribute to the room is exactly what makes this light glow the way it does. That you are special in a way that God left his signature on your body like scars. The way he left enough wiggle room for you in your chest. The way he embedded fireflies in the pit of your stomach you call nerves. The way he tattooed the truth of your reality on the inside of your ribs. That you are God in motion. This is to any soul who has forgotten what it means to truly love yourself, who's turned their pillowcase into a vault for screams, drowned themselves in tears, stapled on a smile, and walked into a world that is also disguising themselves from their pain. There comes a time where your reality and your truth must come before playing a role for the world. So this poem is an urgency, a message to remember to take care of your soul, that your heart deserves time, that your breath is the greatest gift you are given, and every morning you wake up attempting to staple on happiness for a bunch of strangers who are also playing happy themselves. Give yourself permission to be, to exist. This is a reminder to learn what it means to truly deserve the love that is truly housed in you. Thank you. Oh, I thank you. I heard the damn. I liked it. Thank you very much. My last poem is usually a gift to people in the audience. So if there's anybody who has a word or something they would like me to write a poem about, this is your moment. It's about to be an awkward 500 people in the room. So somebody better say something. Oh, I like that. Thank you. Art, love, grace. Cool. What's it again? Say rain? Rain, I love. Oh, water. Anybody else? Dogs, okay. I like it. Anybody else? Christmas is great. I don't celebrate it, but it's great. To the one that offers the world art, to the one who's turned empty rooms into museums, gifted the world the opportunity to cleanse themselves in their presence like they were visiting the ocean for the first time. I remember what it meant to be the child of the Nile. So I offer people the grace of showering them with water that tips all from the sky like rain, like I'm teaching them that canvases are created under your feet and that your fingertips are paintbrushes and your smile is spitting out colors of the rainbow to turn even the plainest ground into something beautiful. This is to the beautiful girl who walks her dog at 6 o'clock in the morning, who always offers me a smile as I walk all the way to the post so I can get whatever letter I forgot to pick up the day before. This is to the girl at the coffee shop that always knows I don't know what a chai latte is, but I still order it. I thought chai just meant tea as well. So thank you To the old man who always calls me baby and says, I see in you something that is so special. To my grandmother who always used to hug me tight enough that our heartbeats would sync. And I swear to you, her heartbeat was the first drum and her smile was collected into a jar thrown to the sky. And that's how the first cloud was formed. This is to anyone who's forgotten what grace feels like. It is that moment at nighttime when your favorite song replays and you find the empty corner and you dance. It's the first time you stepped into a museum at 4 years old, admired an art piece and thought, wow, I want to draw something like that one day. To the artists who save souls, cleanse people's pains, not stitch them, the ones that stand in grace. This is to the lost souls that are still chasing pieces of themselves like they're picking confetti after party, to the ones that offer smiles when their soul feels like it's crashing, to the ones that still walk outside my house at 6 o'clock in the morning and offer me a smile. I'm sorry that I still don't know your name. I'm sorry to the girl on the counter that I can notice when you've cried the day before and this shift is the worst thing you will have to do today. To the stranger who's heard me pour my soul in the form of poetry, offered me a couple of clicks. My name is Huda the Goddess and I appreciate you. Before I leave, I always like to leave people with something, that settles the soul. So on 3, we're going to breathe. We're going to take one deep breath together, and then we're going to do an affirmation. Don't rush the breath. I mean, breathe, but I didn't count yet. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. Amazing. Your word of affirmation to be left with today is I can, I will, and I must. We're going to repeat it after each other. Are we ready? 1, 2. I can, I will, I must. I don't believe none of y'all. Try it again. Are we ready? 1, 2, 3. I can, I will, I must. Yes, you will. Please remember to take care of yourself. Thank you for gracing me with your presence. Remember that you are art, that you are majesty, that you are God in motion. Poetry is a gift for those who look after people's souls. I see you. You are valid. Cry if you see a playground. It is your calling from God to go swing no matter how old you are. Take care of yourself.